I'm Coyote Peterson, this is Gabe, and this is Garrett, and today we're headed into the Redwood forest to look for creatures. Are you guys ready?
Yeah!
Let's do it! On this episode of Coyote's Backyard, I am taking YouTube sensations, Gabe and Garrett, into the towering redwood forests of California. These brothers are used to big adventures in front of the camera, as some of their most successful videos have racked up hundreds of millions of views. However, today isn't going to be their average walk in the park, as my goal was to get them up close with some of the forest's coolest animals. Okay, well, we have made it to the creek. Now we're gonna head upstream, so let's head that direction and see what we can find. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's go! The first goal was to lead them off trail so they could literally get their feet wet. Look at that. I can't even get them to stop. They're straight into the water and ready to look. All right, we're gonna find some cool stuff. Let's get moving. One of the biggest parts of being an adventurer is getting comfortable in the environment. It's important to be smart and safe, but you also need to remember that being brave can give you some incredible experiences. Our first encounter came in the form of one incredibly friendly, yet extremely toxic animal, the California newt. Oh wow, there we go guys. All right, everybody grab one. Everybody grab one, I'll get this guy up here. Have you guys ever held a newt before?
No.
Now what do you think? Is this a reptile or an amphibian?
Amphibian.
Amphibian, that's right. All right guys, now when I hold this newt up and we look at its belly, what color is it?
Orange.
That's right, it's orange because this is a warning sign to predators that they're extremely poisonous. So what we want to make sure is that we don't eat these newts, and after we handle them, that we wash our hands. From newts to millipedes, the forest was crawling with creatures. And as we headed upstream, it wasn't long before we came across our second feature creature of the day. It was a signal crayfish. All right guys, I'm gonna wade into this pool and see if I can get this crayfish for us. These crustaceans can give a pretty nasty pinch, so it was going to be on me to wrangle this one. Holy mackerel. Look at that, guys.
Whoa.
Oh, look at those pinchers.
Scorpion.
It does look a little bit like a scorpion, doesn't it? The signal crayfish gets its name because when threatened, they hold their pinchers up in the air to display the bright red underside. This coloration acts as a signal to predators that you better stay back or you are going to get pinched. Ooh! Ah! Yep, ooh, that's a good pinch right there. Clearly, I wasn't getting that message. Yikes! Okay, now go ahead and try to hold him from the back when he's not actually pinching me. Squeeze onto his back there like that. There you go, you got him? All right, you're holding a crayfish. That's a big one too. I was incredibly proud of the boys. To handle a crayfish of this size was a great feat of bravery. Watch this, guys. Watch how he disappears backwards. He should go pretty quick. Whoa.
Whoa.
Pretty awesome, huh? You guys are so brave. Holding crayfish. Let's keep going. Now I brought something here for us. What are those?
Bananas.
This next creature looks exactly like a banana. It's called a banana slug. I'm going to give each one of you a banana to carry, and we're going to try to find a slug that's as big as a banana. You think you can do that?
Yeah.
All right, let's start searching. If you have ever explored in the redwood forests, you are probably aware of how many banana slugs slink along the trails.
Here's a big one. Pretty close. Wow, that one's a monster.
Wow. Man, I think your slug is definitely bigger than my slug. And it was only a matter of minutes before we all had our hands on one. All right, we have three pretty good looking slugs. Let's take them over here and get an up close look. All right guys, now look at the front of your slug. You see those tentacles coming out of the front?
Yeah.
Those are the eye stalks, and that allows them to see light and movement. Now, when you guys found these slugs and you picked them up, what did they feel like?
Super sticky.
They are super sticky. It feels like someone sneezed in your hand, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Totally gross. Now, if you look at the side of the slug, do you see that hole right there?
Yeah.
That's called a neostome, and that is actually where the slug's lung is. So look into that hole, and you see in there?
Yeah.
you're looking at the slug's lung, and that's how the slug is breathing. That's pretty cool, huh?
This thing is wild.
Out of all the animals that we have here in the Redwood Forest, I would definitely say that the banana slug has truly earned its name, considering the fact that it looks just like a banana. Handling a single banana slug is impressive, but I felt it was time to see just how brave these kids really were. Alright guys, now that we've learned a little bit about the California Banana Slug, we're going to do something that I like to call the Slug Challenge. We're going to roll up our sleeves, head down trail, and see if we can get our arms absolutely covered in these slimy little creatures. Are you ready?
Oh yeah!
Come on, let's go! Nothing beats a little friendly competition between brothers. And as they began to collect slugs, Gabe and Garrett were having a blast. It was complete slug pandemonium. When I finally wrangled the boys back in, it was clear that they took this challenge seriously, as their arms were literally crawling with slugs. All right, come on in here. Let's show them how many we got. That is a lot of banana slugs right there. You guys are absolutely covered. I think you guys topped me on the slug challenge, that's for sure. Getting to spend the day hiking the Redwood Forest with Gabe and Garrett was wet, muddy, and sticky. And I can't wait until the next time I head back to the West Coast so that we can do it all again. I'm Coyote Peterson.
Be brave, stay wild.
We'll see you on the next adventure. If you want to guest appear on an episode of Coyote's Backyard, tell us about all the amazing animals that live around you. And don't forget, subscribe to join me and the crew on our next big adventure.